I know when she got bred, I know the gestation period, that's when I'm going to go on high critical alert. Now, if I don't have that, or you don't have that, then these are the signs that we look for. Hey, Marc Warnke, the goat guy. So I'm here to help you today. Here on Ripple Ranch, we breed late. I live in kind of the mountains in Idaho. If I breed early, then I got kids dropping on the ground when it's still really cold and snowy. And it makes me miss a lot of your birthing timing because the southern part of the United States breeds earlier and has kids earlier. So I'm going to try to give you some preemptive helpful videos this year to do with birthing and a timing cycle where they'll be more valuable to you. So today I want to talk about how you know when a doe is imminent, how you know she's getting ready to have a baby and you need to have her in the birthing stall and having things ready. And so just so you know, generally as a rule, and I highly recommend this, and this may be after information, is that you are going to want to time your breeding. So you're going to want to know the day, and I've taught you this in the videos, is how to hand breed, which just means you introduce the doe, you witness the breeding, you know the day. What we do here is we take a picture of the goat, it has a date stamp on it, it goes to everybody, and now we build a spreadsheet of when these does are due. Now remember, littler goats have a tendency closer to be 150 days gestation period, where bigger goats have a tendency closer to 155. And because I never want to be late with my big goats, I set my breeding date, my birthing date at 153 days. Honey, stop it. And so the 153 days, I'm going to, whether I think so or not, I'm going to put her in the birthing stall. So I use my day as my most important determinant. I know when she got bred, I know the gestation period, that's when I'm going to go on high critical alert. Now, if I don't have that, or you don't have that, then these are the signs that we look for. So one of the things I look for early, you can see this doe is pregnant right now. She's probably 3.5 months. So you can see she has no dent right here. When a doe is getting ready to have a baby, usually within 24 to 48 hours, she'll cave in on here and here. And the reason is because she's positioning those babies to begin entering the birth canal, and it leaves a void. So they often look sunk in here. The other thing I do is I keep a real close eye on their udder. The udder, when it becomes engorged, is always about 24 to 48 hours before they're going to kid. And when their udder engorges and they do what we call bagging out, that also is something that tells me, hey, we're within a day or two. The other thing I'm going to look for is I'm going to look for loose tendons. Now on these goats right now, they don't have loose tendons at all. When you're a couple of days in advance, you're able to literally take your hand, wrap it around that bone that comes down the tail, because those ligaments have so loosened that I can almost touch my fingers on the other side. And you can see right now, I can't even get it close. And this is kind of a doe that I have to be careful how I handle her. She's one of those does that's on the edge of maybe throwing horns, and so I'm always careful how I interact with her. But anyway, so the ligaments are the big thing that's going to indicate to you that it's also getting very close in timing. But one of the biggest indicators of it's going to happen in the next 24 hours is mainly a plug. I see a lot of people in discharge out there back end. I see a lot of people who post pictures and it's a little drip that's in that, magic area, and they say, oh, should this be alarming me? They discharge regularly throughout their lives, and especially towards that last month of pregnancy, there's a decent amount of little amounts of discharge. What you're looking for is you're looking for a big white string. It almost looks like a shoelace that is coming out of the nithers, and that is one of your indicators that you are within hours. The other one is temperament. They get really lovey-dovey and kind of like insecure almost. They want to be near you. They want you petting them. They seem nervous. There's an anxiousness that I can notice in my does when they're getting ready to be imminent. And then of course the final indication is when you start seeing signs of pre-labor. Now, pre-labor often looks like a doe that's panting. So they do a lot of, and then you'll see these little intermittent, and a lot of times they'll arch their back or they'll arch the other way, and they'll begin having these small little contractions, and you can notice them and you can actually time them and how far they are apart. And so as those contractions continue to accelerate, we pay closer and closer attention. And once that plug pushes and once you start really getting some contractions, most often you're going to have babies appearing within 20 to 30 minutes of that. It's really pretty darn fast. You have bad habits. Quit it. Again, this is how we handle a goat like this. She wants to communicate with me with her head. I let her know that's not where we do it. I don't shove her away. I don't push her away. I don't be aggressive with her away, because now I'm playing with the head, and I just teach her that she gets love from the side, and this is how to present to me. If you want love, you're going to present to me in this way, instead of continuing to put her head against me. So anyway, because that behavior can turn bad, little side tip there. So we're looking for the dented insides, we're looking for the bag, we're looking for loose tendons, we're looking for signs of contractions, and we're looking for the pushing of the plug out the nethers. So those are some things that you want to keep in mind as you're trying to see whether your goat is very close to having a baby. And it's important to be looking for those, because you need to be there and kind of be ready to support that. So I hope you find that helpful. Marc Warnke, the Goat Guy, signing out. Hey, you just watched a video that talked about birthing, and if you're a new person to goats, this stuff is complicated and it's complex, and if you're new, you need some help. We have an incredible course on birthing that will help you so much. So check that out on PackGoats.com.